Trinidad and Tobago is the land of Steelpan, but there are some who really don't know much about the pan, have never learned to play the instrument, or spent time in a panyard. Franca Phillip is on a mission to change that. Since 2018, she's been organizing a social studies pan crawl, where instead of following the judges as they visit the bands competing in the Panorama preliminary competition, she organized a group that gets to have conversations with the leaders and players about their history.
When they go to a panyard and they actually see the work taking place and they hear the stories and they see especially the young people, they take a greater interest in Panorama when it comes around.
Phillip is the former features editor at the Trinidad Guardian. She has a long storied career in culture journalism, but her love of pan started from a young age.
My neighbor next door when I was growing up was the captain of Desperados. And in various ways, you learn to appreciate pan. I used to listen to Pat Bishop commentate on pan. God helped me to understand what I was listening to.
So she organized this musical road trip to visit the only two large steel bands in the East Zone, Exodus and Supernovas. We went deep into Surrey Village to spend a few minutes with pan royalty, the son of Jit, Amrit Samaru.
The atmosphere, the ambience, and the togetherness of the players, and really the family type unit. We try our best to cherish and pass on to the new players.
Supernovas is a young band that rapidly made a name for itself in the Panorama space. Music literacy is a new tradition in pan. Amrit says it's part of the reason they do not have to practice late into the night because their players can read music. Our second visit was to Exodus.
You would not see Exodus players out of uniform, or some have on hats and some don't have, while we perform it. No, everything must be Exodus because we have an image to uphold.
Both bands spoke of the importance of their respective bands to the community, doing more than teaching music but hosting homework centers and after-school programs as well.
It is very important too as well that young folks have somewhere to go where they can, extend some energies and express their energies in their own particular way.
Every youth in here right now could have been outside doing something else. Thank God it's positivity, and we have to thank a lot of steel bands for keeping a lot of the youths busy and engaged.
For Franca, the goal is simple. Too many of us don't know what we have in pan, and she hopes to encourage more of us to find a way to support the national instrument. Soini Gray, CNC3 News.